Is it working now? Yes, it is. There we go. That was a bit of a false start, wasn't it? Like some of the New Zealand Olympians at the moment. But there we go. We've got sound. Everything looks like it's looking pretty juicy. Internet's performing well. No dropped frames or anything so far. And there's people chatting and watching, which is a good start. So, good evening. Welcome along. Nice to have you here. Welcome back to Aussie No Man's, where we're going to carry on with the work we were doing last week. I want to jump in. I'm just going to jump straight in here, actually. Set this back up on its horseplay course that it was doing. Carry on with some planting. We'll ride along for a little bit. In fact, we're going to have to fill this up very, very soon. Just looking at the seed levels, we're not going to get the whole way through this one. But if you remember, last week we talked about the plan, and the plan, the man with the plan, and the plan for the man. Site. Good. If we just go and have a look at the growth schedule, I think we're going to be in one of these two fields harvesting, because that canola still has a long way to go. There we go, probably into the chickpeas. So we're going to get this planted, then we'll skip forward some time and then get some more harvesting done. The other thing, oh, did I activate them? I downloaded the, look, downloaded greenhouses. No, I didn't. All right. What a start. Should we try this again? I'm just going to quit this game. And we're going to reload it. Oh, that was a good start. Right, how are we doing? Hello, Ollie. Good to see you, mate. Welcome along. Chris, good morning to you. Nice to have you here as well. You know what the problem is? Haven't had any. So we'll get that down, and things will be a lot better now. Right, let's have another look at this. Now, I think we're in here. We'll take the chance to put those greenhouses in. Oh, I downloaded them, did I? Put them in. Omatana's greenhouses, where you could grow different things. Didn't. Oh, there we go. Multi-crop greenhouses. So I must have that one, and open air garden. That's Omatana's one. And so the whole idea is that we can grow some root vegetables, potatoes, or sugar beets without actually going in the whole hog and doing them. Right, here we go. Let's try this all over again. Back to the start. But yeah, good evening, everyone. Popeye, how you doing? Good to see you. Typical YouTuber, Heath. Nice to see you. Dr. Fish, good evening. Welcome along. Chris67, double Chris is in tonight. Good to have you here. Pro Farmer, welcome along, mate. Good to see you. No, I just called you Pro Farmer. I was just reading it. DK, welcome, buddy. Good to see you, mate. All is going well. G'day, Aussie Dan. Have you here as well. You guys are all doing good. We get back into this. Do a false start. False start on many fronts. Microphone wasn't working. We go and place a greenhouse down in the middle of my field, which we're trying to plant. So let's try that all over again. Who's watched my video from Fraser Valley and who had a look at that map? That map is fantastic. I think it is going to be a great one for multiplayer servers. So we might have to, I don't know. I'm being mindful of the fact we've got lots of multiplayer servers at the moment, but we get too carried away. Right. It's still out. Did sneak in just a touch. Okay, that's better. Yeah, mindful that I don't want to be overdoing it with things with the multiplayer servers, but there we go. So, back to the plan is to go to the greenhouses and put something like, not sure which ones will actually do it, but we could go, I know Omatana's one, you can see there we've got potatoes and sugar beet on it. We could put one of these down. Thing is, we don't have any manure. We might be able to use fertilizer instead of manure. Sure, but crikey, that one's large, isn't it? Let's think about where it's going to go. How are we going to pay for it? Well, I know how we're going to pay for it. If we can tap it behind. Or it's going to go in behind there. Yeah, there we go. One's going to fit in quite nicely. Actually, we can move the field bin. Sit in quite nicely in there, couldn't it? There we go. That's a bit of a plan. Or go right up here, put it up in amongst these trees. That would facilitate having to knock a few more trees down by the look of things. How funny is that? The ground leveling. I think the smaller one. We just need to produce enough to be able to get the pigs some sugar beet. That's all I want to do. Sugar beet and potatoes. So that's the plan. Get into doing some of that. But first things first, we need to get this field planted. And while we're doing that, I am going to load up some of the, what's the magic word, silage bales and get some of those sold. So there we go. How you doing, Scott? Kia ora, mate. Welcome. If you're here. Right, let's go and see about getting some of these out. Bring some more on the truck. I feel like things are progressing, but not quite as fast as I had hoped they would. We'll get there. What can I fit on this? 2, 4, 6, 8. 8. Get 18 out. Truck where it is, that'll do. Get this all hooked up and buck it off down here in front of this post. Had a great looking map. Yeah, so it's out. Well, on the 18th, on the 8th, sorry, tomorrow. But it'll be late tomorrow / early Friday, local time for me, because it will be West Coast time for the US. So, and Canada is where the map's based. It's actually interesting chatting to Hilly Farms, because I watched one of his videos on his map and I was like, you sound like an Aussie. I mean, he did have some connection back to Australia, but he'd been living in Canada for quite some time now. So, very cool. It's a very well done map, and I feel like might have been a bit harsh on the frame rates, because I know that's just preferences and the detail and things like that, and I don't think it'll detract from it. I mean, even if I look now, what are my frame rates on? See, I get decent frame rates on this map, but there's not a lot of detail in it at all. And I think the game, you know, to be fair, the game still could use more processing power. Like, I play other games and I hear my graphics card and fans and everything are going hell for leather. They're just spinning and trying to keep things cool and everything's getting hot and working hard, whereas Farming Simulator just doesn't seem to do that. I think people have said before it's like the cores doesn't use all the multi-core processing that's available. Whether that's connected to it still being console or not, I don't know. Hammered Eggs, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm doing good, mate. Doing good. Keeping busy, which is nice. What's going on? It's been a crazy week again with the family and kids and whatnot. Only got a few more weeks of football, which I'm actually looking forward to the end of, to be honest. Seems to be football at the moment, which I don't mind, but yeah, to have full Saturdays back is going to be very nice. Even having some Sunday mornings. So I think this weekend we've got another football tournament on Sunday, so it might be a stretch to get a streaming on Sunday morning at this rate, which is kind of frustrating. Really enjoyed the Oaks last weekend, so I'm sure we'll figure it out. Friday for us. It will just be dawning the 7th for local time, won't it? Dylan, thank you very much for the subscription. Much appreciated. Either live and watching with us at the moment or subscribing some other way. You ever do know. Right. Right, we'll catch you later, Heath. Yeah, buddy. Good luck. How to promote yourself without promoting yourself. I've got a channel and I'm going to go and do some work on it. Chinook, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. Nice to have you around. Hope all's good. Hope you had a good day at work. I haven't really caught up on flight disruptions this week, or this morning, but I heard it was pretty foggy in large areas around the country, which probably caused chaos. You'd be pretty relieved you're not in the New Zealand operations side anymore with all of the flight disruptions and carry on. Nudge just to push it on a little bit better. Much better. Just stopped in before bed. Have a great day. Thanks, mate. You have a good one as well. Appreciate you taking the time to say hello. No doubt left a like there as well. Hit a thumbs up. It's much appreciated. Rest well, fella. Get in soon. Here's me sitting here waiting for the stream to start. It decided to freeze and I'm waiting patiently, just staring at it. Whoops. Well, I can assure you we are all here and we are all going. Going well so far. Going well so far. Missed the Sunday stream, was sound asleep, pretty shattered now. Fair enough. I don't blame you. It's an early start on a Sunday morning. I'll tell you what, you've got Mrs. Argsy to thank for actually doing the stream on Sunday, because we got home, we'd been out for dinner, no kids. Got home, I was exhausted. I just was like, nah. We had a seat over there, I think. I was just like, I'm even not going to set my alarm, we'll just calling sick for my own stream. Ring the boss. Sorry boss, not streaming today, I'm sick. It's like, no, get out there. Do the good work. Here we go. Right, it's loaded. Let's get this on its way and then we'll go get some more seed into that seeder. Okay, head down to Ag Fair. Let's find setup here. And run it in a way to go and get these topped up. Chaos was an understatement. Glad you're not an ops. Yeah, that should be pretty rough. Not a pleasant place to be. Right, so get that opened up. No problem. I don't know if we're going to do this. Are we in the trigger enough to be able to fill that one? Yeah, goodness for that. So I now don't know how I'm going to get out of this situation that I've put myself in. I feel very precariously parked. It wasn't the best idea to do it this way. Argsy making a mess. Okay, right. Hey Messi, how you doing? What time is it in New Zealand? Well, there you go. It's now 9:15, but it was 9:13 when you asked. Ollie's got you there for that. Right, seed done. Let's go back out there and carry on. Then close. Oh, don't drove too fast. Oh, goodness. Goodness. Not bad. Next waypoint. Should be about right and should carry on. Done. Like saying seeds, it is still planting wheat here. Inadvertently changed something. We'll check with our crops. See until it goes back down that road, but let's keep an eye on that one. End of the future, 10:14 AM in the UK. I've got very good after being at FarmCon, doing quick time train changes and understanding what the time is from parts of the world. It's become a proper skill. Yeah, strap those. Now, if you didn't see last week, we did go and upgrade our wheel loader and got the weight put on the back, and it has made a huge difference. We can now take 4 bales all at once, which is good. It's much quicker to get in here and unload. Doesn't help when we don't put them in the trigger though. Well, what's that netted us? A couple of grand for 2 bales, so 1,000 bucks each. 18,000 out of this, that's alright. It'll pay for our greenhouse. I'd like to, actually, I might try and get that done before we skip forward a month. Because then we can start getting some productions going with that. Get some sugar beet or potatoes growing. Figure out what we need to put into it. Start to get the bacon empire up and running. Some more pigs. Okay. I gotta admit, and a few people commented on it, how nice it is to still have people working on maps, even though we're you know, getting very close to the end of cycle, but the game. But it's an interesting concept, right? So, Hilly Farms, for example, he spent about 2 years building that map. And I know Farms in Briscoe was much the same with his remaster of the Oaks. It's kind of like, well, you know, we're only 3 or 4 months away from the next game. Will people play it? But at the same time, I've put so much time and effort into this. I want people to play it, and I want people to be able to enjoy it. So, I think it's great that they're still releasing it. The beauty of it potentially is that they can get out, test what works, what doesn't work, and then if choose to upgrade it and bring it through to 25, I'll be able to obviously improve it to new standards, but also improve the gameplay on the map. So I think it's a win-win really in my books. Right. Back to the yard. Good evening, Sheer. How you doing? See you around that pole, I think, rather than trying to drive through it. Boom. Vineyard. Okay. Work. Double check. Getting back here. So, planting the date. Honey strips, that's good. It's a wheat all done. Right, let's go. Get this thing out of the way. Lux, we haven't really used the hierarchs, have we? Out there forever. Froston's going to pull this. Should do. Okay, faithful companion who's been sitting quietly in the thing for so long. It's going to be. I can't. Wheels are. Right, let's move on. Let's put this in the trees, or maybe next here, next to the other silo. Spot for it. Head on over. Yeah. Park things back up. And Chinook, thank you, my friend. Much appreciated, mate. 5 gifted memberships there. Mojo Jojo, Artemis, JMB and Panda Lofts, Sparky and Zachary receiving those gifted memberships. Thank you very much, my friend. Much appreciated. We can get an Argsy Gaming t-shirt. Try ! merch share and see if that works. Otherwise, I do have a link that's often in my video descriptions. You can find that. Right, so back here to these. So looking at these ones, these just do grapes and olives. Ah, yeah. Okay, multi-crop greenhouse, just do grapes and olives. Okay. So they, oh, hang on. Hold the phone. I wasn't looking at them all properly. So this one will do every crop under the sun. lime, seeds, fertilizer, manure, everything. See, I don't know which one. Now, what do you reckon? Here's a question. Do we go for a greenhouse? A greenhouse? What's this? Or do we go for the open air garden? I reckon the open air garden. I haven't used this before. I love Omatana's stuff. Just don't get enough opportunities to use it. So I think we're going to go for that now. Jump into here and on, make sure triggers on, so you can see those. I need to get Steel Horses Modern to be able to do that just by pressing a button, which would have been fantastic. Okay, so we've got our tip point over there, so let's put that around there. That. One of my long-term goals is to have a access out that way out onto the road, but I think you're right in here. It's going to work out pretty well. Oh, we've still got field access. That diesel. Yeah, maybe we'll do it down the way. About right in the middle. Right in the middle. That down there. The landscaping for it to make it look like it's meant to be here. Used. Go inside. A little bit of dirt in there. No. Actually, concrete brick. It's called concrete. Concrete bricks to me. Gee, that one there works well, doesn't it? That'll do for now. Right, let's go and have a look at this gate. Of course we can. Right, there we go. So, what do we need? Sugar beets. We just need water. Or we can use, we can put solid fertilizer. Where's sugar beets? So if we put solid fertilizer in, it's going to be quicker. Was it 48? This is 1536, but we're going to get 20 out. Whereas 48 and we get 1280 out. Let's say this one's going to pay off better, isn't it? Sugar beets, seeds, and solid fertilizer. Water, seeds, and solid fertilizer. Right. Let's get on with that. Out of the way. Back off there. Dutch Modelling, how are you, mate? I did see you pop in. Thank you for joining. To see you. Go big or go home. You have to get your passport sorted today, ready for FarmCon. That's awesome. How cool. But a few people after actually my FarmCon blog saying, I'm so going to go next year. Which is, oh, I could have just bought them out of there. It's not cheap though. Right. Seeds. Seed. Dump this over here. This is where we dump it. Dump trigger on the ground, which is a good start. I'll work at C, so we finished the planting 2 days. C, and next was some fertilizer. Yeah, lots of people said about after watching my FarmCon vlog that they'll be there next year, already making plans, which is pretty cool. It's great, actually. Got to give Giants credit for letting us know well in advance when the date's going to be. Helps people make those plans, so it's pretty cool. Pretty cool, right? So, yeah, left that actually around there. That's probably where I'm going to use it the most. What we just did. But I was going to try and load some more bales out. I need to go and get the water, so that was Z-Tour. Pop up anyhow. It's the funniest tractor ever. And so much promise with the expandable pastures. I do like the layout we've got going on in here, but oh, it's so frustrating. Right. Cheers everyone. Still another Kiwi whiskey tonight. This one's called Scapegrace. It is very much a one that I've had to grow an acquired taste to. That's good. Right, we'll unload water on the way past, and then we'll come fill this up again. Back up. Oh, those brakes. Brakes. Should come in here now. There we go, water seeds. Oh, how much seed and fertilizer these would take. Wow. And we're going to go sugar beet, seeds, and solid fertilizer. Let's activate that. Feel good to go. It needs water. There we go, 4 litres of sugar beet. Done. Right. I'm growing in there. Perfect. Oh, huge shout out, Mark's not here, but thank you, Mark, for the suggestion of using that. Very good idea. Right. Still working towards trying to get this farm better set up from a how do we do lots at once kind of situation. We're in the trigger. So that's going to be one of the next plans, is we do expand on what we've got going on already. Probably dump most of this in there, but I think we'll just put a little bit in. Spend all day veering back and forth between these spots. A little bit more water and maybe half of this, and we'll take the rest up. Keep the sheep happy. Drive-by delivery. Stay in the trigger long enough. Just. Oh, the brake. Plus it means we're not running up this hill with a fully loaded water trailer, which would be a bit of a struggle, I expect. Around here, take a look at the crop ground down in here. This is our sorghum, looking good. We're going towards being part of our animal feed. Good. So yeah, that's got our base food, grain, protein, fruit crop. It's again through here, sorghum. We're growing wheat now. Got canola. We get sugar beet. That's us pretty much all covered. Nuke it. Nuke that like button. Look. Because we haven't harvested that field yet. It's the first crop that's been in it. Whereas, what have we done? It's the second time we've harvested that field? It can't be. Still be the first time, I think. Sheep have definitely stayed a little bit more spread out this time. They haven't all gone back into little hidey hole. All's coming through too. Things like driving the Titanic, you've got to turn it 10 minutes before you think you do. Right. It's done. Just shoot around and tidy up these corners. They didn't do very well. Wrong one. Lift them all up at once. Okay. So no, I thought I had to use my Control V to do that, but lifting the middle one up, lifting the middle up. Amazing to see that tractor pull that cut up the hill. Keep going, right? Bit of determination, like the little, what is it? Little red caboose. Think I can. Think I can. Right. A little bit to tidy up down here. A little bit over in those corners that I know. That'll be us done. I need to start thinking about cows. Going to cows, cattle, beef. I'm not going to get turned around before that tree. Ah. Oh, I'm struggling. Oh, past that branch. Yeah, not making this easy for myself, am I? Oh, you're going to get hit in that tree. So you lowered down too late. Try once more. Come on, tractor. Right at the limit on this thing. It really is struggling. It's done a good job though. Tractor. Saw my vlog from FarmCon, you would have seen one of these in real life. Didn't spend enough time poring over it actually, because from an engineering point of view, they're actually really interesting, aren't they? All the engines really in behind the seat. That sort of front's really what the gearbox, drivetrain, the front, that's about it. Get walked over the phone again. Is it asking for help? Is it saying, get me out of here? Trying to send secret messages. What's your excuse, DK? Just mashing buttons? Right. Okay, paint out around that bit of the tree. It's kind of a bit close, or at least no, cut the tree down. Solution. Nice to see you share. Take care. Appreciate you tuning in. Have a good day. Till next time. Right. Done. Job done. Field planted. And park this up in here. Let's leave it. Leave it without doing too much for now. Good galvanized texture. It looks good on the smaller pieces of steel, doesn't it? On the big bits of steel, it doesn't look quite so nice. Oh, dust. Right. Let's leave that there. Right, what is the time? Let's see if we can get one more load. It's done. Let's go forward. Just to top up that money just a bit further. 112. Is that all we've got left? 2 stacks. Grass. 94. Yeah, so 94. So we're getting down. Getting down on numbers. Yeah, definitely best to sleep and get over those. Those coughs have been annoying. A lot of people have struggled with them lately. Definitely get some sleep. Rest easy, mate. Definitely will be some more Sunday streams. There is one this weekend. It won't be very long. But see how we go. Another football tournament to go to. Surprise, surprise. What do we think is going to be the next news, next information we're going to hear about FarmCon? About FS25. I wonder if we're going to start seeing more regular Friday information dumps like we did last week with Riverbend Springs. Gamescom's coming in 2 weeks, is it now? 2 weekends away? Expecting there to be some pretty interesting information coming out there. Or at least some new gameplay or something. I'm hoping that we're going to see the new Asian map. Quite sure on that. We have to wait and see. I sound very happy about the football tournament. Oh, there's just been lots of them Dutch modelling. I'm happy. I love giving the kids an opportunity to go and play. This feels like it's every weekend at the moment. Different football opportunities there are for them. It is winter. It's a winter sport here in New Zealand, so most of it right. More about the weather. Yeah. A bit hard, isn't it? Because I mean, it's just they'll just have a booth there. Did think that they might have been going to have a player. Ooh, no. That they were going to have a playable version of the game in the B2B, business to business, rather than the consumer section of Gamescom. But wait and see. I'm sure a lot of the German creators will be there. So you might just have to brush up on your Deutsch, your German. See if we get any videos out of that. Or if these not familiar with any English creators who are planning to be there. Yeah, could be a boon if you were. Corner the market. Hey Nismo, how you doing? Good to see you. Hey Crofter, welcome along, mate. watch the All Blacks? Absolutely. I'm not going to the game. Got tickets to the Australia game in a month or so. I'll go down to that one instead. But yeah, I'll definitely be tuning in and watching it. My niece is coming to stay on Saturday night. 4-year-old and a 7-year-old. Oh, good fun though. Good fun having that around. The boys entertain them anyhow, so as long as there's no tears or tantrums, not too much for me and Argsy. The summer break when it comes to football season kicks off in 2 weeks. In a team, but a challenge. Always the way, isn't it? Always the way. It's the one sport that really never ends because it has such a global reach, right? You can watch both of the games. You actually going to them as well, or are you going to have them on TV? Rest of going to them both. It's actually quite affordable this year. It's like $70 ticket. I must be struggling. I understand, you know, cost of living and all that sort of thing. Probably struggling to sell those events because the prices for them were becoming ridiculous. Hey Tate, how you doing, buddy? Hope you like and have a good evening. Appreciate it, buddy. Are you just logging out and going to bed, or are you up and about early? Assuming it's the former, not the latter. Up early. Ah. Here we go. I stand corrected and should learn not to make false assumptions. Right, there we go. Out of there. Oh, there we go. That's commitment to the cause, right? Went to bed early because it was raining on the multiplayer server, so you're up now to get your work done. Oh, if you're up too early in game, it'll be grass will still be wet and won't have had a chance to dry up. Get too carried away. Now, can we got 360 litres. That's producing at a great rate or not. And that's actually 1,000 litres of seed. If I divide that by 5, what's that, 200? I'll get 200 times that. So we get 200,000 litres out of that. 220. Probably got enough water in there to make. I've got enough probably to make 200,000 litres of sugar beet. That's pretty impressive at that. Make that all day. Right. What's going to happen? I'm just going to check the silage price tumbling or staying static. Way down. So we will just wait through those price options. Just wait. We're on our way down. Won't skip time. We'll get this down and get it sold. We'll jump through to May. What's happening in the World Olympic game? A lot's going on for the Kiwis in cycling. Golf. So, pigs. Pig. Oh, nice. Okay, we'll get some slurry if we get some straw. So we've actually got some straw, haven't we? Dump that in there. Some more straw off the wheat we've just planted. Be able to use that in on those. Start thinking about getting a few more sheep, although actually we're only 4 months away from some reproduction on those, so we'll leave that for now. Those ones as well, so good. Sheep progressing. If you're just tuning in, welcome along. Appreciate you joining me this evening. Kind of, I don't know, I feel like we're doing lots of bale work, but we'll get rid of these silage bales. We're going to jump and grab the harvester. Let's get forward into May, and we've got some chickpeas to take care of, so it's going to be our main task for the rest of today. But we've made a bit of money. We've got some sugar beets growing. We've used Omatana's open garden. It's going to work a treat by the looks of things already, judging by how many beets it's already produced. So that was to avoid us having to buy all the equipment to be able to have sugar beets and keep our pigs fed. Finished planting our wheat field, which is the one we harvested last week. Struck that. We're going to plan, because we don't have to bale for the chickpeas, we might even see about getting a planter into that field. But leave it all hooked up, so have a think about what crop we might want to put into that one. Probably wait and see what the value of chickpeas are once we've finished. If they're worth as much as I've been told they are, we could throw chickpeas over the whole farm. Now we are just thinking about it out loud now. Must be getting pretty much 1 calendar year through the app. Go back and check when we started. Month it was when we started. Of course, the significance of that is once we're 1 month through, we can up our horsepower to 400 horsepower. We're restricted to 300 horsepower max at the moment. Our equipment has to fit in. If we up it to 400, we can possibly get some bigger gear. Nice. Right, let's throw you to the main yard. Get back. Are they from the Heston baler? Yeah, they are. Yep. Where? There you go. That's the baler we've been using. Got the custom wrapper for it too. Back of the shed here somewhere. That's been a treat. Right, let's go. Take a look. How many sugar beets we're going to have by the time we've skipped through to May? That's going to be the big question. Now, the one way I was thinking we could tell how old they are. We get those sheep, those 5 we bought at 8 months. In the first episode at 8 months. So it must be 8 months. April, May, June, July, August. We tie in, I think, with where I'd expect us to be. Time played, years played. That doesn't make sense, does it? So once we get to 1, it's 4, I don't know why that's saying. Screen. Tell us. Go back far enough. Alright, oh well, let's skip things forward and see what happens. May, here we come. Desert Ox Farms, how you doing, mate? Good morning to you. Getting off to bed, we'll leave the stream going. Thanks, Popeye, appreciate it, mate. Nice to see you, mate. Till next time. Ken, good morning from Texas. Good morning to you, mate. Hope all is well. Lone Star State. Alright. Reminder we still have our loans too. Chunky loan. Right, let's have a look. How much sugar beet have we got? We've got pallets and pallets of this stuff. 51,000 litres of sugar beet. Oh my goodness. We've only used, what, a quarter of the seeds and fertiliser we put in? A bit more of the water. We had about 7,000 litres, so the water's going down. 51,000 litres of sugar beet. Oh, I think we've got our beet sorted. We might have to come up with another reason. Get this out. All is hot in the Lone Star State. Hot is good, I'm assuming. Right, how's our chickpeas looking now? Have they turned a nice shade of gold? They have. Now ready to harvest. Right. Let's wind this girl up. Get into it. No idea what the yields are going to be like or what the value is, but 3,500 litres an acre. I'll reset our work area, but I'm not going to bother with that. YouTube's popping me a yellow error saying it's not getting enough video, but to me, everything looks juicy and fine, so goodness knows why it's telling me that. Landscaping too, because the idea was that the silos, you drive around that shed, made it be with the silos. Yeah, what are we, 7% full already? Okay. It's good, it's good. I will get some courseplay going in a bit. Once we get full and I need to start thinking about grain card and whatnot, truck or whatever we're going to use. Just look at those lines coming off the side. It's kind of pretty. Looks fine. Okay, good. Thank you. It's all done some weird texture stuff there, isn't it? I heard something. I heard a noise. Go back, I'll be back in just a sec. No, nothing to see. Carry on doing our work. What have we got to? 22%. Are we going to make it round? What do you reckon? Have we done a quarter of the field yet? It's the ice machine. The ice machine in the fridge. 225. That's us quarter full. Pretty touch and go. I think we will. I reckon we'll get to the corner. We can get to the corner before we get to 50. See how we go. I mean, I'd like to be full before we get there. Yeah, good omen. I didn't actually look across. The wheat's growing. Of course it would. Why wouldn't it be? It was planted last month and it's had a month's growth. Good. What are we looking at? 35. Yeah, we're only a third of the way full now. Funny how you go around the sheds and all that sort of thing can lead to a good amount. I wonder if our yields actually picked by farming. Anything I would have thought we'd be getting better yields off this part. Being loam rather than silty clay. Silty what was? Yeah. Want to find out? That up. The yields are quite green down this end. But yeah, we've definitely got into a higher yielding part here. The big question would be, what would we upgrade first? If we could get something bigger, what would we change? I'd even look and see whether this combine's actually able to be tuned and increase the horsepower, and I can't remember whether I limited it to 300 or that was the maximum it would do. The obvious options is a tractor. A tractor or a bigger combine. It's definitely the combine's the one thing limiting us a little bit at the moment. Weeds out there to deal with too. Right. One thing it's another, right? That's 58%. Definitely getting more out of this end. Jumped from 30 to 58 very quickly. Not enough to not get to the other end full. The header width's going to be a bottleneck regardless. Yeah, definitely is. Someone reckoned I could run a bigger header on this last week, but sure I'll look before. Can't remember which one we've got now. The 10. With 280 horsepower. I must have gone for the biggest one. It's 280 horsepower. I looked at the combination. 20 foot was the biggest in those options, so that was why we're running a 20-foot header. Can it go bigger? I don't know. This is a good reason to justify upgrading the combine. A bigger header. Have to have a look and see what we could actually do out of a bigger header anyhow. Right, let's run the truck today, I think, rather than the grain bin. Actually have a look and see what chickpea price is like at the moment. Hey, Insindri, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Hey, Mr. Goham. How are you, buddy? Good to see you as well. Hope all is pink and rosy in your world. Awesome vlog. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Good fun actually putting it together. Get over the trailer. I mean, yes, just. Hey, Aaron, how you doing, mate? See you. Good afternoon to you. Hope all is well. Still got more actually for the vlog. I need to didn't get a chance to have a proper chat with you other than the ones we did when we were just walking around, but I got Scroft, CLP, Virtual Farmer, Cop, and Omatana. Little chats I had with them, so put those together into a little video as well. Back in the lowlands after you've been on holiday. Oh, welcome back, mate. Hope it was. You've said it was a great 10 days in Croatia, but hope it really was. Had a good, relaxing time. My father-in-law's just actually been in Croatia. I think he's in Santorini at the moment. I think he flew into Italy. He's been to, oh goodness, can't remember where he's been. He was definitely in Croatia. I know that much. Thanks, man. Thank you. My whole aim was to kind of cover what the event's like for people most likely there. Morning, Strody. How are you? Or good evening, or good afternoon, depending on where in the world people are saying it to you from. It's evening, 10:05. Going on here on Wednesday night. You mostly visited different beaches and do some snorkeling. See, that's a funny thing, eh? I would never have thought snorkeling and beaches if I was thinking about holiday in Croatia. I don't know why. It's not something I, made as a connection. But naive of me, really, isn't it? That way? Good. Long coastline along the Adriatic. Here you go. It's my, the limits of my European geography. Right. I think we'll try and get a worker going on this soon. Just build open up. Might just put a hired worker on it rather than using horseplay. Just because I've done the headlands already. We'd go around maybe once more after this one. Be good. But let's just have a squizzy. If I was to harvest, what would we get to? Still limiting to 400 horsepower, so what's these 220? Could get an STS. 20. No, I didn't go for a Dominator the first time. And actually had all the Shreon. Oh, 408. It's not fair. There's a $350,000 combine though, so might not be the best in that, but we're coming back to correct my alignment. I mean, the other option is, instead of upgrading the harvester, I do gamble on whether we can run a bigger header. Like I said, I'm only running a 20 footer at the moment. We could try a 28 foot. Do something bigger with that. Maybe even stretch out to 35 foot header. We'll find something. It's probably something in Mod Hub as well I can find that fits the bill well. Even a Gleaner if they were to be released anytime soon. Do we have an idea now? Got some chickpeas, no, because it's store chip down the bottom somewhere. No prices, so we're in May, so our best price is December. May is getting near the bottom, so might be another case of throwing them in the bin and actually keeping hold of them and waiting until we get a good price. We have to do. Remember, we've got our rye, which is also December, so could be 5-6 months away from making a decent coin off any of these. Or I just suck it up and throw them in the trailer and deliver them now and plant another round and money when they're going good. Hello, very cool. I'm going to run across this headland twice just to open the field up better. Without going around it means I can hire a worker. Good fun on the multiplayer server on the weekend. Good. Actually needed to download. I was going to clip that last little crash we had with, was it Indicat? Okay, I can't remember who it was now. That was a bit of a laugh. I clipped that and maybe put into a little bit of a short. Just so funny because I'd been the one who was struggling for so long with all the lag and connections and bits and pieces. And he comes along and barrels straight through the edge of the field and into me. Couldn't have timed it better. It was probably the best part, was the timing. You settled back into work alright, Yoran? I know it was a tough thing. Did anyone pick your projects up while you're away, or have you come back? Great way to end the stream. It silly was, Bob. I know I don't have access to it. I'm not trying to harvest it. It's lazy and didn't. Else would be nice. The T560 fits in. 175. 10. And that only has a 6. You've still got a week and a half of vacation, not back to the office until the 19th. Oh, nice one. I'll enjoy that rest. It's always nice to get some time at home, isn't it? Get a rest from all the swimming and stuff. You need to download some mods and jump on a multiplayer server, Yoran. Put your feet up and play some farming simulator. Best way to do it. Okay, happy days. 82% full. Here and back. That will be the field. Really opened up at that end, and I'll do the same at the other end. Go. Cheers, Chinook. Good to see you, mate. Glad to have you jump in for a bit. Thank you very much for those gifted memberships. You are a legend as always. Appreciate your support, mate. But yeah, rest easy. Catch you again soon. Oh, nice. Definitely have to do that then, Yoran. It'd be great if Briscoe could join me for the stream on the Vintage Jokes. Well, he did. But yes, I'll see if I can tee it up and do it a little bit better next time. And to be fair, Hanson had done it as a little bit of a surprise, and I wasn't as surprised as he thought I was going to be. I don't know why. I know we kind of talked about joining multiplayer server at some stage, and kind of just when he jumped in, it didn't really sort of seem out of the ordinary, but it's nice of him to do that. But jump in, nice of Hanson to ask him to be there. Yeah, if we do it again, I'll have him in chat and we can talk a little bit about the map and his whole process and everything like that. It's cool to see guys like him, Hilly Farms, who's made the Fraser Valley map that I've just looked at. All these new guys have come along and made some mods and maps and kind of, you know, put a new perspective on things. Looked at different ways to do it, looked at different ways they'd do it. They learned from their experiences playing the game. It's pretty cool. Might be my Farming Simulator 25 objective is to actually build a map. Those. Right. A couple of passes along here and then it's worker time. What are you laughing at? Me building a map, Bob? Yeah. Pigs might fly, right? Okie dokie. Have a refresh. This field's going to be ready before this field is. Oh, map. Load the map. Change street. Really what I could have done if I'd set this up with Courseplay, I could have used the auto unload on the edge of the field. It's got it to drive to the truck and unload itself. So everything I've been told about chickpeas is these are the money makers of this map, other than grass, and I've already said I'm not going to do a whole lot of grass. Grass will only be done the first time or if I need it for something. So if we were to get some cows, then obviously we're going to need a bit more grass for hay and silage, but only when I buy the land for the first time. Oh, highlighting the fact that Briscoe was there. Yeah, I know, right? I thought about that after you'd said it. Howdy, Jeremiah. How you doing? Good evening. Welcome along. Hope you're having a good Wednesday, whether it's the start, the middle, or the end of it. Right. I always find it funny, like, you drive a tractor and you talked about this again on the stream, and in game it's kind of like you just go full gas and turn it because physics don't actually matter whether you crash or slide off your seat or anything, but in real life you really are a lot more cautious and you're more mindful of time, you know, less mindful of time. You just do what you need to do and take your time doing it, but and farm sim it's just foot to the floor or sweat all the time. Can feel, I don't know, those slow times feel like they take forever sometimes. Here, you stop, up your header, go back reasonably slowly, forward, lower your header, ease into the crop a little bit, or you wind it right up to full speed. It's a funny little dynamic. Think about that quite often. In relaying my real world driving experience track. It's almost a third of a tank just going across there. It's not too bad, is it? So unload time and worker time. Then I might go and get the... Could actually do some spraying. I'm just looking at all these weeds which have popped up over there. Could go and get rid of those. Good option, actually. You're buying a small vintage tractor, maybe a 4.8 or 9N once, try to make some small 2x3 silage bales to try homemade methane extractor. That's pretty cool. It's very cool. Should have bought that little John Deere though that you shared in Discord the other day. Right, let's try and set this up. I'm just going to smash it down the middle of the field and see what happens. Right about here. This is any. Get our heading set to about 360. Press that button and send them off on their merry way. Right. Oh, you made an offer on that. And horsepower might be a little bit light model. Let's disconnect those for now. Spray it back up. Which I think is so cool. I do love this sprayer. Main reason we bought this tractor. One of these still got people side on it. Might have run out, but we can always get another tote delivered. You know what I mean? Deliveries. It's not either of those, right? 625 is 17% full, so by a couple of times. Let's see. Get here. Herbicide. Some sulfuric acid. Do you remember, did it take long for you to start feeling natural speaking into a mic while making videos? Although I remember your commentary videos were great off. Yeah, it did take a wee while actually. The funny thing was, because I did the I did the whole mic thing before I had a camera, so I kind of got natural speaking. But it was a bit different because yeah, I did the time lapses as well. So I, to start off with, I wasn't actually talking at all. Then got into doing the mic thing. No, it wasn't too bad. It took a while. It wasn't too bad. Got really fast, didn't it? Alright, let's go. We're just going to do this one normally. We cheated last time. We're just going to blanket apply it across this whole field. You brought the Xylon on the oaks, but haven't got spray with it yet. Try to put field work with the tuning circle is rough. Yeah, it is a bit rough. It's one thing I would say about it. Cool setup though, like around the sides were in the light. That I've mixed and matched. I've gone for the Jacoby Eurotrack on the back, which was who was that? Jet modding? No. Name escapes me now who made that, but that one on the front, and then the Jacto one on no Rao on the front, which is the one that came with it. Yeah, I'll catch you later, Joran. Thanks for stopping in, mate. Thanks for sharing about your trip. Glad to hear it was a goodie. Yeah, fingers crossed we'll see you around on the servers sometime. How many types of hummus do you think that field would make? Question. What's the ratio of hummus to be? The JCB fast tracks that had sprays on the back, they were pretty cool too, weren't they? Sorry, John Deere, I think it was a 6 Series, racing around with a sprayer on the back today. Hey Shannon, how you doing? Doing well, thanks for asking. Living the dream. So this one's down there with living the dream. Actually, I'm halfway through, and it's going to be a week late considering it's the 7th of August now. But end of June, I did the summary video on what we knew about FS22 information that had been shared in June, and I've got the same one coming for July, but just haven't had the chance to finish it off. Tomorrow, so it might be a little bit late, but it'll just be a kind of a one and done summary of everything that's been shared across the last month. Mainly all the FarmCon information, pretty much. Oh, just the FarmCon information, really. There wasn't too much else shared anywhere else. So pick up the Roof and Spring vlog and what we learnt in August. Dante, first time catching you live, super hyped, awesome mate, welcome along. A pleasure to have you here. Nice to have a first time viewer in, and always awesome to hear how excited you are about it. That's cool. Hope all's good. Whereabouts are you from? Where are you tuning in from? Ooh, I've got an update for my game ready drivers just popped up, which is good because I was about to update my drive. Well, I haven't been able to use the GeForce screenshot tool for a couple of weeks because I haven't updated my drivers since that issue arose, but this one's meant to fix it, so we'll be getting that installed very soon. Keep an eye on that combine too, it's going to unload at some stage. Now would be good. Down one, two, it's how when it's a worker doing it, it feels like it goes so much faster. Normally because you're busy juggling about 10 tasks at once. There's someone else tuning in from Texas. Welcome along. I hear it's hot in the Lone Star State. Courtesy of Ken, who's been in here as well. Another Texan. Great to have you here. Still one of my favourite maps I've played on was West Texas. A multiplayer server, it was pretty cool. FS19. Alright, what do we use for 50%? Yeah. Fine. Okay, that's set on parked. 60%. Keeps the space. Next lap it does. Keep an eye on it. You find it very weird, especially with the family around. They must be thinking I've lost the plane. It's definitely becomes a get better as you go. I'm still terrible if I try and do something, particularly when I've tried to script something. Those. Yeah. Yeah, when I've tried to script and sort of write some prompts, I'm terrible. I'm actually better when I ad-lib it. I do try and ad-lib stuff, particularly when you're doing map tours and mod reviews or anything like that, is have some notes that you refer back to, key points you want to discuss and cover. Otherwise, when I'm doing a let's play, a lot of it's like, what do I want to achieve in this episode, and then it's just going on and on. Like FSG and I always talk like we'll finish a episode of Ahali Farmers or whatever multiplayer we're on. We'll both say to each other, that was a quick episode, but I rambled, and we both find that we end up. Interesting how often our episodes end up at very similar length. But we end up rambling because you kind of think that you're not doing much. Get it painted out, but definitely get better with practice. Spring Valley map photo was interesting. Can see the ruts and bumps in the field. Spring Valley map photo. Which one was that, Croft? Uncle Hobbs, you can't get this map to work. What? It's not working for you. There we go. Oh, of course we'll get warnings. That's cool. 80%. Right. Both be back at the right end, right time. Why can't you get to work? See if we can help out. Certainly not the most complete map. What, you give you a landscape that you can just go on and farm in. It's decent. Welcome along everyone. If you haven't already dropped a thumbs up, much appreciated if you make sure you do. It's stuck at 85% no errors. So do you use check in your graphics settings if you have DX11 or DX12 shading or rendering. If you've got DX12, try changing it down to DX11. See if that helps. That's one thing that used to cause maps, particularly bigger maps, to get stuck at 85%. The other thing to try would be to be to clear shaded cache. Unlikely to be the reason. Work, Jim. Squeeze in and tidy this little bit up and go and get you. Tank emptied. Or Riverburn Springs. So the photo you can write some bumps in the field. So which photo? I'm gonna have to go back and look at these now. This is one of the ones in the blog post. The other thing to try as well is try just loading the map on its own without any mods. See if it'll load. I have found, not so much recently, but things like Courseplay used to be an issue, or auto drive. It'd get to 85% and then stop loading. But if you turned off, disabled those mods, started the game, created a save, and then activated them through next time you loaded the game, loaded the map, that seemed to work. Oh, the PDA. So, I saw someone comment about that. I think it was Farmerklein, and I am going to disagree with that because, where is it? This is my rationale. Bring it up. What am I looking for? So, you're talking about this one here, and if you zoom in on like this area, you can see this bit through here. I reckon that's a graphic, and this bit here. I reckon that's like a graphics thing. You see how it's all cloudy on the side? So what this reminded me of was the classic, the same thing they released in FS22. You know how they released the maps, and you could get the maps like the printed, they had the printed versions that were available for Elm Creek and all of that. They had those that you could download. Anyhow, they made those available so you could download the maps and you could print them out. I reckon that's why it looks like this. Same reason, like you look at the water, you see the texture in the water. And the reason, so my main reason saying this is, I go back to what we saw at FarmCon. Bear with me, 'cause so this was the way, this was the PDA we saw at FarmCon. This is the more traditional PDA, and I know it's old. I know the map's been updated since then because there's more detail. Like here, these two side by side. There's more, you know, the ground texture and everything in the back there, the greys and everything are there, are not in this map. But this map also has all the trigger points on it and the field numbers, everything like that. And this just looks more like, you know, the grass. There's the grass fields, whereas that one doesn't have it. So that's my take. That was my rationale, and I think this is just a graphic styling thing for them rather than actually being anything. Anyhow, looks like the EastEnders opening credits. It does, doesn't it? I had to think about that, but it does. Is that the, where's EastEnders set? Isn't it set in London? Is it the Thames? Regardless, I'm gonna have to find that now. Oh, I can't unsee that. It is exactly like this. Have I still got, am I still looking at monitor thing over the top of it? Probably gonna get copyright strikes now for showing EastEnders. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, I can't unsee that. How you Mystic Gaming? How you doing? Can't wait. Could be the opening stream music when I play it of the EastEnders theme song. Actually, you could do an intro to the map exactly like that, where it zooms out and twists from the map out, and then you do Riverbend Springs. It's going to be in the head for days. I didn't even play it. I had that muted. How on earth did they come up with that? What, the EastEnders thing? EastEnders is a UK soap that's been around for years. That's funny. Tune's going to be in your head for days. Oh, the river on the FS22. Oh. Come up with the map. Did you? So here's something else. Yoss did a little short. That he reckons he's found the location of Riverbend Springs, and he found a spot on the Mississippi. I think it was the Mississippi River. Go and check out Yoss's channel in one of his shorts. Yeah, he's like, yep, there it is, confirmed. And he overlaid the two on each other. I think they started off with the fact, right, we're going to add rice. What does rice need water? How can we include water on the map? We'll put a river through the middle. What's one of the main features of southern US? The Mississippi River. Alright, done. What's the Mississippi River got on it? Lots of barges. Boats. Just a natural progression. Jonathan, you're live streaming early for a weekday? Nah, this is my normal time. In fact, I've only got 20 minutes left. Really? I normally finish at 11 o'clock New Zealand time. All normal time. Okay, shameless plug time. Seeing Nightbot's potted up there. If you haven't pre-ordered the game, and you're getting more and more excited about it, we are only October, November, we're only just over 3 months away from release. It is going to come around incredibly quickly. It was what, the 28th of June that they confirmed the game? 20 something of June? We're literally only 20, we're only 6 weeks since it was announced, and we're probably 12 weeks away from release, so anyhow, shameless plug. If you haven't pre-ordered and you're going to use the Giant store, I'd appreciate it if you consider using Argsy Gaming as your partner code. And that's all I'm going to say about that. That's all I'm going to say about that. Hey, no need to apologise, Mystic Gaming, mate. You're going to do what's right for you, my friend. Hope you're all good. There's a lot of people doing it tough, so glad that there is services out there that can help you out. Pretty much the whole stream. Pretty much. Going for an hour and 40 minutes. That's alright. The joys of YouTube is you can go back and watch it again later. Shout at me for doing silly things and go, hey, why are you doing that? Been good. Good to hear. Hey Tam, how you doing, mate? Pleasure, as always. Scotland. Still cold and wet, is it? on Steam. It'd be great if we could get partner codes across every platform. It's so nice if it was built into the game in some regard. You know what would be cool actually is even when you activate, like if they activate, when you go in and activate it, the first time it pops up and sees you give you the option, do you, or even in your game you could put in my preferred partner is Argsy Gaming, and anytime you activate something like a new DLC it goes, oh you're an Argsy Gaming supporter. Cool. Allocate your purchase to him. Humid and sweaty. Beautiful. Run's favourite weather. I hope you get the game before you go on a holiday. At your dad's work. Looking along the wrong river. That's it. I could probably actually identify a spot like that on the Manawatu River. I mean, you could probably find every river's got a bend like that in it, doesn't it? Easy as. Right, how's our combine's going alright? He hasn't popped up to say he's full or anything yet, so we'll just finish this last pass. That's job done. Again, beauty with tool. I don't need to get in sync a little bit differently, don't I? Because at the moment I'm kind of doing field, like harvest plant, harvest plant, harvest plant. What I should be trying to do is getting a field that I can be planting while I'm harvesting the next one. Don't poison. Just I can do that. Leave that field for a month empty with a month, no growth. Yeah. How are you, Sean? You good, mate? So the thing you'll find with Giants maps is you'll never actually find a location. And they talk a lot about the fact that they deliberately don't just go, this is based on port farms. It's a realistic farm based on an actual location. It's got to be a theoretical farm. For multiple reasons. I actually see, I see that Millennial Farmer map's going to be released as the Millennial Farmer map for PC, but going to have to be called Lowry, Minnesota for console players. So I'm guessing there's some sort of licensing issue going on there, which is interesting because I thought there was it's called the Millennial Farmer map in 22. 19, sorry. Right, where are we? 80%. Just going to set that goes again. I'd like to see more Welsh maps. I reckon. I don't know if there has actually ever been a Welsh map, has there? I'd like to see more New Zealand maps. That's wishful thinking. Love to see a New Zealand map actually make it onto Mod Hub. Yeah, who knows? 25, Argsy Gaming. Getting into some weird dirt. Can do that. Look at that. Actually looks like someone's just like throwing dirt at one. You have dirt, putting it now. Love Madagascar. Such a good movie. Work in progress. Crofter. No closer. unfortunately. We'll get there. I am heading north a couple of months, so if I don't get it before then, maybe I'll take a trailer with me so I can get a trailer and go back. Pop things up here. Get that toad out of the way. Back up here. Right. So what are we doing? We've got the combines running. Truck sorted. How full's this truck? 38,000 litres though. It's not bad. Not bad. Right. Let's load up a load of bales while we're that do its thing. Hey Leaffield Modding, how you doing? Latest blog at FarmCon was awesome. Fingers crossed you'll get to one next year. Nice. I hope you do, because if you're a fan of the game, assuming everyone here is, they are a heck of a fun weekend. Just like-minded people all hanging out because of the video game. People might look at you funny sometimes. Oh, I play a video game based on farming. I drive virtual tractors. But everyone drives them when you're there, so it doesn't really matter. No one's going to look at you funny. Yeah, if you get the chance, definitely recommend. Now, funny question, is that going to tip with those on it? I think I might have answered that. I mean, I shouldn't load a trailer without the truck attached. Liz will be sitting there having kittens, going, "No, Argsy, don't put that there. It's forward of the legs and the trailer will tip over." Realistic physics, eh? No dramas, look at that. Beautiful. You'd like to see more Aussie maps. You've had a pretty good run of Aussie maps, Scott. Don't. Right, let's get these two out of the way on this side, and then we'll stack those back up neatly. I'm hoping by being smart about this I can stack from the back. And we'll keep things balanced. Who knows? Wishful thinking at the moment. That was the whole thing with the blog from FarmCon, was trying to give people an experience who weren't able to attend. You know, a lot of people who'd love to have been there, and whether it's, you know, you're on the other side of the world and it's too far to go, or you know, get time off work, or you know, just the cost of it regardless is. Some people don't like travelling, so don't want to leave the country, so I wanted to give people that kind of experience what it was like to be there, without actually having to be there. If I manage to do that, I am even more so if it inspired you to try and get along next. Even better, you can book your leave now because we know what weekend it's going to be. No, not really. I was kind of looking at things like that the other day. You can go through, I think there's a most downloaded filter, isn't there? And you could click through and then go, but you can't go most downloaded and then filter it just by maps. Their mod hub needs some, from the its searchability, and that is dreadful. To be perfectly honest, it's a big overhaul. I think they're aware of that. Priorities as such. When you think it hasn't really changed, and it definitely hasn't changed since I've been playing the game since 19. You compare how many mods there are available and players there are now compared to 19 was the thing. It's kind of still the same mod hub, isn't it? Everyone looks at me funny when I operate your real farm equipment. It's the same. Maybe you're operating it the wrong way. Oh, why is he doing that? Not how you drive that thingamabob. Whatever happened with your hat? FSG went on holiday. It's still at his place. I'll take the blame for that because I left without leaving your address. But it is still in. It is in the UK. I will be at him. I was thinking about it the other day. Get at him. I should have gone. I shouldn't have let him say, "I'll do it for you." I should have said, "No, let me do it. I'll go and do it. I know it's done." Open console Aussie map with removable fences per minute if the most hours for time see. So what are you thinking? Like, give me a bit of a description on what, if you were to get an Aussie map, removable fences, what, like, we've had of the Aussie maps that have been made so far. So Southern Cross Station, Aussie Farms. I mean, Southern Cross is the only one on Mod Hub. What one would you say like the most? Someone was looking for inspiration to make an FS25 Aussie style. Yeah, it's been a month since I'm gone. Right. Yeah, I mean the only other way is just lists. It's I mean, I can tell you the top downloaded. Just click through. Pretty sure you'll find No Man's Land. No Man's Land's top down. It's on the first page. I'm not surprised about that. How many pages do we have to go through to find our next map? Comes to farms. Down. Just downloaded the Old Stream Farms. Assuming this is in order. I don't know how many times you can click through. It goes so you can actually, if you wanted to, you could go through an order. There's 271 pages. You could go through and find all the map. One more. One more map. Any guesses? I'm gonna go Western Wilds. To page 8. Map. Those ones were a long way. Fire engines, the higher ranks, bottom. Medium modern house. This cracks me out when you do start looking at these kind of things. What has been downloaded, what? Easy dev, and then next to that's a lizard cart, go-kart. Page 12, and we still haven't found it. Come on. East Vineland, New Jersey. Okay. Goldcrest Valley. Hmm. Goldcrest Valley would be a lot of nostalgia there, is there? Anyhow. Western Australia's on Mod Hub. Oh, there is, yeah. Yarra Valley. Yeah, true. And there's the other one that the guy who made Yarra Valley made, which isn't, I guess, isn't really Australian map. Is Australian if you. Mod Hub search. Mod Hub is absolutely horrendous. And Gridu, who's often in chat, is the Yarra Valley creator. But yeah, that's right. Farmer Bob did a standard size Western Australia, didn't he? Southern Cross is mint, but fencing, yeah. Fencing. So what about like let's say this map was a mod hub, or what would, if you had a map like this, which was a 2x map, build your own farm, no man's land style, but Aussie themed, what would make it Australian versus no man's land? Is there anything? Mod hub adaptation Aussie no man's land would be sensational. Like, what is it about this that makes it Australian? Is it just the trees? I don't. That's the thing I grapple with. Is there anything distinctly Australian about this, apart from the name? 52 likes, but only 30 viewers. It's the nature of streaming. Interesting, actually, to know how many people watch right from the start to the end. But people just come in, you know, different time zones. A lot of Kiwis who go to bed a bit earlier, so they've been and gone. Like, I've got 342 views across the 2 hours so far. So that just gives you an idea on how many different people have tuned in at different stages. Kangaroos instead of deer. Hey Jason. Quietly lurking. How are you, mate? You good? But yeah, kangaroos instead of deer. You good? The ability to add custom wildlife would be awesome for modders. I tell you what, I don't reckon it's too far away from Giants doing an Aussie map. I don't reckon. I think it'd be, after Asia, might be the next sort of untapped market for them in terms of a map. There could be some benefit to them for doing that. Not from a market base in terms of player size. But I think cool. The textures are what give it the Aussie vibe. Hey, Rusty Money Gaming. I saw that you were driving to Missouri. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Quick hello from Springfield, Missouri. Nice to see you, mate. And hello and goodbye from France. Thanks for stopping in and saying hello, Mark. Hope you're having a great holiday. Thanks for good R&R. Tuning in and saying hello. And there's another view and probably another couple of likes from people who just pop in and say hello very quickly. I mean, doing good, Rusty. Awesome, mate. To have you popping. I'll tell you what, it is 11 o'clock and we've finished this little chunk of field, which I reckon is going to be a perfect space to get this emptied out and say goodbye for tonight. We're carrying on. Next week we will work on getting that finished and getting the next field planted. But what I might do is what I said is get that field finished, skip forward another month, and then we'll focus on doubling down on on these other fields. I'm going to have to do something with these. Figure out what I do with sugar beets, because we end up with a ton of them. They're 52,000 litres. And each of these 1,000. So, oh, that's 52 pallets I've got to support. My goodness. Right, we might have to figure out a bit of a way to try and deal with those. A trailer or something. But progressing towards getting some pigs. Old lonely Thrasher here. No? Thrasher bacon. He's going crazy. He's going round and round in circles. Not interested. But he's working towards that, and we'll get things done. Too early for you too, hey Hanson. How are you, mate? Good to see you. Stopping in and saying hello. And to the likes, 55 likes. I didn't even need to ask for it. So thank you, everyone. Been a pleasure having you all here tonight. Been great to get another couple of hours done here on the farm. Things are tracking along. I think we can some of these products through and sold. In fact, it'll be 47,500 litres sitting in there at it max price. Those. These 12 grand, $1,200 for that. $60,000, isn't it? It's going to add up. Rye, and so yeah. The sugar beets, like for the inputs we had to put in there, not bad money, is it? Not bad money at all. Right, well, there we go. That's us done. Thank you, everyone. Why are you happy the multiplayer stream is at night for you? I know. You too, Bob. Thanks for joining in, mate. Appreciate you having you here. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. And everyone else, you take care. Enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Appreciate you all tuning in. I will hopefully be able to squeeze in a little bit of a stream on Sunday morning. It won't be a long one. It'll have to be a pretty short and sweet one, but I would like to kind of carry on and get back into the habit of those ones. So we'll see how we go with that. But for now, for me, thank you all very much. You guys all have a great day, and catch you again soon. Take care. Bye.